invite Dr. Mrs. Betty Obasi.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Hajia, Dr. Mrs. Atiku Bagudu. It is a pleasure to meet you again. We have met a few times. I'm quite impressed with what you are doing in your state. You are a great philanthropist. You have touched many lives in many positive ways. It is my pleasure, on behalf of PPRC, to present this award to you. Congratulations. Well done. Continue the good work. And my regards to your husband. Thank you.
Can only be achieved when we trade more amongst ourselves, because that is the only way we can create regional value chains. That is the only way we can gain dynamic comparative advantage that will make it possible for us to compete effectively in the global markets. We cannot go to that step in whatever we do. If we want to move away from commodities and become products of value-added goods and services, we must first perfect it within our.
It is my singular privilege to present to you this evening a rare Nigerian and a professional with a Midas touch, Professor Benedict K. Orama, CON. Professor Orama, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Frexim Bank, is one of the most accomplished bankers on the continent of Africa. A celebrated economist, the winner of the Zik Prize for Professional Leadership, honed his skills in various Ivy League institutions in Nigeria and the USA. Professor Orama has excelled. The pioneer staff of the Frexim Bank, who has manned his post brilliantly. He has previously served as Executive Vice President, Business Development and Corporate Banking, with oversight over business and development functions, strategic planning and international cooperation and research, and knowledge management. Now, by September of 2015, he assumed the top rank as President Chairman of the Board. His performance has been inspiring. Our distinguished award recipient has elevated the institution's profile as the leading trade finance bank for Africa. Notably, he has piloted a Frexim Bank to boost economic expansion in Africa, a key promoter of the African Continental Free Trade Area. He championed the introduction of the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System and the onboarding of 500 out of this continent's 600 regulated commercial banks into its Frexim Bank, a Frexim Bank trade finance facility. A Afrexim Bank has also been swift in supporting African countries. It introduced a year 2020 the Pandemic Trade Impact Mitigation Facility with disbursed funds at more than $7 billion US, and in year 2022, the Ukraine Crisis Adjustment Trade Financing Program for Africa, a $4 billion US program of credit facilities. At year end of 2022, the bank had total assets of $31.10 billion, an equity of $5.2 billion, even as it grossed a net income of $455 million, with record level disbursements of over $16 billion, another landmark in the history of the 30-year-old institution. More importantly, Professor Rama has led Afrexim Bank on a year-on-year track record of outstanding performance, enhancing the brand and the profile and equity of what has become Africa's leading development finance institution. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore my pleasure to present to you this debonair, self-effacing and astute professional and two-term president of Afrexim Bank, Professor Benedict K. Rama, CON, who today is indisputably the new face of banking in Africa and the Caribbean as winner of the Zick Prize for Professional Leadership.
Now, to present this, would like to invite son of the soil and the man who is our chief host. Please let's welcome KBAC, His Royal Majesty, Oba for New Life. We welcome him.
Majesties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor to have been considered worthy of this prestigious prize. I cherish that prize award because I value the principles, philosophies, and the values of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, after whom it is named. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, as we heard from the eloquent presentation today from His Majesty Igwe Achebe, lived an extraordinarily exemplary life. He and his colleagues fought tirelessly, fearlessly, with courage, intellect, determination for the independence and the political emancipation of our continent. It is to our credit that today we can go from Cape to Cairo and from Dakar to Dar es Salaam and everywhere under the political leadership of Africans, for Africans by Africans. But as they accomplished that task, they were mindful that what they did was just the beginning of the journey. The true emancipation will occur when we attain economic independence, when we take over the commanding heights of our economies, which are today not in our hands. So, as a leader of one of the continent's institutions created to help deliver development, I'm reminded of the role you have to play. And that is why I value the prize. Because I will keep it in front of me all the time for the remaining part of my term. So that I will always remember that I have to fight this fight with the same courage, the same determination, the same boldness that Otazi